have about a half a second to a second to capture somebody's attention when they're flipping through their mail.
You need the components that will gain attention and get response.
A lot of people think that creative is just putting a really cool picture on the front of the postcard, and it's so much more. The real critical part is engaging the person, getting them to understand your offering, and then getting them to respond.
So we're helping you have a good headline, a really strong offer, and is your call to action prominent?
So many people will create a mail piece and then ask for a list and say, well, I want to mail this piece to these customers or these prospects. You need to look at the list first and say, who's my audience, and design to that audience.
We can help you identify the best format for your campaign based on your objectives and who you're targeting.
There's a reason for every type of mail piece. Now, what we're seeing is a huge shift towards postcards and self-mailers. And it's not necessarily because of the price or anything else. It really is more of a generational shift, where the main spenders in our country today are Gen Xers. Very high impact graphics. They want their information now. They have absolutely no emotional attachment with an envelope. Envelopes are still really important when you're marketing to seniors or you're marketing confidential information that you really don't want to have out on a postcard. Or if you're inviting people to a seminar or a fundraising event, something like that, where you still want to have that card in an envelope as an invitation to kind of give it that really classy look.
A successful mail piece needs to have 4 key ingredients: graphics, benefits and features, offers, and a strong call to action.
First, stopping power. Does your image have stopping power to grab attention right out of the mail? What we find in the most successful direct mail is a very powerful image along with a message that's compelling. And the beauty of direct mail is that it's physical and people can hold it in their hands. As human beings, we're still really drawn to that. Second, is your benefit really clear? How are you going to make my life better?
What's the benefit of your product or service to the recipient? What's in it for them? When I'm looking at my mail, I want to know what's in it for me. I don't really care if you've been in business for 20 years or not. I want to know what's the discount that I'm going to get. What is this going to do for me? So if we have a problem, we want to fix that problem. That's a pain point. Now, as a marketer, we need to be able to have a pain point associated with our product. So if somebody wakes up in the morning and says, I don't have a comfortable bed, they're going to get a new bed. So as a marketer, you have to identify the pain point that can be fixed with your product or service. If you can't think of one, you need to create one.
Is there a clear offer, high contrast, so my eye is drawn to it and I understand it?
The offer is how you get somebody to actually respond now. So what are you going to give them that is going to make them say, wow, we need to do this and we need to do it now? And there are so many different offers that you can use. 20% off or 30% off, free gifts, free events. So if you have a product or service that you can offer a free sample trial, it's an instant win. And now you have the call to action. The call to action is what closes it out. That's where you get your response. And in order to take advantage of this great offer, go to our website, call us, come to this seminar, meet with one of our sales consultants. Having an offer can drive that sense of urgency. When you give something to somebody and it has to be within a certain period, so you have a redemption date or an expiration date, it helps you drive those responses within the period that you've designated for that program.
Design is not just about looking great. It's about giving the user something so clear that they need, that you have, that they want to respond to it. When it comes to direct mail and direct marketing, design is really about designing for response.
You might have a beautiful design, but it might not get you response. We offer all this additional support as part of the program. It's not just about direct mail, it's how do you become a successful marketer?